In the grand world of royalty, surprises are a frequent occurrence. But even in this realm of the unexpected, few things can match the thrill of a good old-fashioned game of royal thunder stealing. Yes, you heard right. This isn't your typical game of chess, but rather a high-stakes play for attention, where the most charismatic royals often emerge victorious. The Windsors, for instance, have been on the receiving end of this game more often than they'd probably like. They've watched, time and again, as the spotlight they thought was theirs suddenly shifted towards the charismatic Prince Harry and his wife Meghan. Whether it's a casual stroll outside or the announcement of future plans, the couple has a knack for stealing the show, and the Windsors are left scrambling to reclaim the limelight. This week was no different. On an ordinary Monday, a press release from Penguin Random House turned an average day into a royal frenzy. The occasion? The announcement of the release date for the paperback edition of Prince Harry's memoir, Spare. As you can imagine, this news stole the Windsors' thunder, leaving them aghast. Picture this: the Windsors, nestled in the serene environment of Balmoral, mapping out strategies to handle the Harry and Meghan situation. Suddenly, like a bolt from the blue, news of a paperback from across the pond hits them. The tranquility of their vacation shattered by the unforeseen surprise. You see, there's something amusing about this entire situation. The Sussexes' Colombian tour didn't manage to steal anyone's thunder. The Windsors were simply going about their business, trying to steer clear of the unrest in England. But the announcement of a paperback? Now that's a different story. Even the prospect of Charles' big overseas trip couldn't compete with the intrigue surrounding Harry's memoir. And so, amidst the tranquility of their vacation, the Windsors were hit with a surprise. A reminder, perhaps, that in the world of royalty, thunder is never truly safe, and surprises are always just around the corner. There's more to this story than just a simple surprise. The reactions of the Windsors and the media were swift and intense. The timing of the announcement, it was suggested, was a calculated move designed to disrupt the royal family's plans. Just picture it: the Windsors, tucked away on their summer vacation at Balmoral, suddenly jolted by the news of Harry's paperback release. The Daily Express even went so far as to call it a hilariously disturbed move. Now let's take a step back and examine this narrative. Could it have been a calculated move by Prince Harry? Well, it's no secret that the Sussexes have a knack for stealing the Windsors' thunder. Just a simple stroll or a public announcement can set the media ablaze, shifting the spotlight away from the rest of the royal family. But was this specific announcement, the release of the paperback edition of Spare, intentionally timed to disrupt the Windsors' vacation? Or was it merely a coincidence? The media certainly seemed to think it was the former. The announcement, they argued, was perfectly timed to steal the Windsors' thunder as they sat around Balmoral, holding summits about what to do about Harry and Meghan. The news of the paperback's release was, in their words, a calculated move. But let's consider another perspective. Perhaps it was just unfortunate timing. After all, the world doesn't revolve around the Windsors' vacation schedule. And Harry and Meghan, having stepped back from royal duties, are no longer bound by the constraints of the royal calendar. They are free to make their own plans, to announce their own projects, without having to consider the potential impact on the Windsors. So was it a calculated move, or just unfortunate timing? The debate rages on, but one thing's for sure. Prince Harry, once again, managed to steal the Windsors' thunder, whether he intended to or not. While the Windsors grappled with this surprise, the Sussexes were on their own adventure. Yes, folks, we're talking about the Sussexes' Colombian tour, a whirlwind of culture, charity and connection. The couple's South American sojourn was a testament to their commitment to global causes and their dedication to making a difference. Harry and Meghan immersed themselves in the vibrant Colombian culture, meeting local leaders, engaging with communities, and shining a spotlight on the issues that matter. From environmental conservation projects to initiatives aimed at empowering women and young people, their activities were as varied as they were impactful. Yet, amidst all the buzz surrounding their Colombian tour, there was no thunder to steal. The Windsors back home were largely out of the limelight. Their own lack of activity during this time gave the Sussexes the space to shine, but not at the expense of the Windsors' thunder. It was as if the royal family had taken a step back, allowing the world to focus on the work the Sussexes were doing. And what work it was! Harry and Meghan's efforts in Colombia were not about grabbing headlines or overshadowing other royals. It was about making a real, tangible difference in the lives of those they met and the causes they championed. Their tour was a celebration of unity and compassion, a demonstration of what it means to be a modern royal in today's world. So while the Windsors may have been laying low, the Sussexes' Colombian tour did take the spotlight. But it wasn't about stealing thunder. It was about amplifying voices, highlighting issues, and fostering global connections. It was about using their platform to bring about change and inspire others to do the same. Ironically, the Sussexes didn't need to make calculated moves or strategize to overshadow the Windsors. They simply had to be themselves, authentic, passionate, and committed to making the world a better place. With the Windsors laying low, the Sussexes' tour took the spotlight, but not the thunder. The Windsors' reaction to Harry's announcement raises an interesting question. This question is about control, influence, and the paradoxical nature of power within the royal family. It seems that the Windsors are caught in a delicate balancing act. On one hand, they desire control over the actions and decisions of every royal member, especially those who've shown a propensity for stirring the pot, like Prince Harry and Meghan. On the other hand, they seem reluctant to fully accept the couple's wish to be half in the royal family, a position that would have granted them some measure of control. Now let's imagine for a moment that the Windsors had accepted Harry and Meghan's proposal to be half in. This could have meant a more harmonious relationship, with the couple still upholding some royal duties while pursuing their own independent projects. It's possible that the Windsors could have had a say in the timing and nature of Harry's announcements, minimising the instances of thunder stealing. But alas, this is not the reality we live in. The Windsors chose to reject this proposal and in doing so, relinquished their control over Harry and Meghan's actions. And this is the crux of the issue. The desire for control is a double-edged sword. The more the Windsors try to control, the less control they actually have. It's a paradox that seems to be at the heart of many of the family's recent troubles. So, we're left with an intriguing scenario. The Windsors, in their quest for control, have inadvertently given Harry and Meghan the freedom to do as they please, including making announcements that steal their thunder. It's a twist of irony that's not lost on royal watchers, and one that continues to add fuel to the fire of royal gossip. Perhaps the Windsors' desire for control is a double-edged sword. It's an idea that's worth pondering as we watch this royal drama continue to unfold. The dust has settled, but the echoes of this surprise still linger. It's been quite a ride, wouldn't you agree? Prince Harry, once again, has proven himself as the king of surprises, stirring up the royal pot with the announcement of his paperback, Spare. And oh, how the Windsors' thunder was stolen! It's fascinating, isn't it, how a simple announcement can send shockwaves through the royal establishment. Just imagine the scene at Balmoral, the Windsors' vacation being interrupted by this unexpected news. The royal family, who thought they could just kick back and relax, suddenly found themselves in the eye of yet another storm, thanks to Harry's well-timed revelation. And let's not forget the Sussexes' Colombian tour. While the Windsors were left behind, grappling with the after-effects of the announcement, Harry and Meghan were off making their mark on the world stage, unencumbered by the constraints of royal tradition. The contrast couldn't be more stark, could it? This whole episode brings to light the underlying tension within the royal family. The Windsors, in their bid to keep the spotlight firmly on themselves, pushed out the most charismatic royals. But as it turns out, they may have underestimated the power of the spare. The implications of this event are far-reaching. It's a clear indication that Harry and Meghan are not just surviving outside the royal fold, but thriving. They're making their own rules, setting their own pace, and the world is watching, fascinated. The Windsors may have lost their thunder, but Harry and Meghan are creating their own storm, and it's gaining momentum. In the end, the only certainty is that in the world of royalty, there's always a storm brewing. The Windsors may need to brace themselves for more surprises, because it seems Harry and Meghan are just getting started. Thank you everyone for watching the video, and let's show some love by subscribing and sharing the video. Remember to leave a comment. Thank you. I am your loyal host, Kelly.